What is up, everyone? It is nice and it's nice and toasty. Which the thing that annoys me the most about how hot it is the fact that I'm doing all this sweating and I'm not losing 1 pound. It's aggravating as hell. I was always sort of like compounded to the idea that sweat equals at least moderate weight loss, and now I realize that it's just water that you just gain back if you drink water again. It's just like, it really kind of annoys me. And I also recently learned that technically just standing around and breathing qualifies as, as exercise. So yoga is cardio, I think. I did yoga once. I did yoga once while I was working at this at the base, at this military base I was at, and it was nice. It was cool, but like it didn't like it was. It took me out, man. It was, oh boy. I felt like a beast afterwards. But when I was in between pain, I was just like, "Ow, yeah, I'm strong. I'm tough. I'm bad at. But yeah, it was intense. That was intense. But I do need to get back to doing yoga, especially since I kind of have the space to do it at now. I just don't. I just will have to take my TV and bring it into the space room and learn yoga that way. All right, what else is there? Oh yeah. All right, so Juneteenth, Father's Day. I also call June 19th the Mysterio Day because of 619, and then it's Pride Month, so it's like, I mean, it's a lot going on. That's a very special day, so it's kind of awesome. First off, I wanted to take the time to point out, like, I got a chance to call my dad, and now it's weird to talk to my dad because I forget that the man has a sense of humor. But he's kind of like in a really, he always knows how to kind of like take his worst situations and, turn them into a joke, for a good chuckle. So my dad was like, the other day I spilled some coffee on my leg. And I'm like, oh, dude, why? I'm freaking out. Like, are you okay? And my dad says, man, yeah, it's just my leg. I would have freaked out if it was my dick. And I'm like, happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you. I tell my dad I love him for two reasons. One, because I do, and two, to freak him out. I don't ever expect him to say it back, but like, it's cool if he did. Oh, also in a conversation with me and my dad had, I'm telling him when I start wrestling, I'm gonna like try to pick him up and bring him to the show so he could like come watch. And my dad's like, well, you better not be you better hope you don't be bringing around no corpse. And I'm just like, Dad. Because at first I thought he was talking about his poor health because, he's not exactly in the best health. And that part actually kind of gets to me. But then I realized he's talking about the fact that it's taken me so long to become a wrestler. I've been talking about this since I was like 14 years old. So it was over almost 2 decades ago. And I'm just like, Also, this is from Battle Slam. This is not like, this isn't from a hospital visit. I just haven't taken it off yet because, one, I'm lazy, and two, it's kind of hard to just pull off. I can't just do that. But also, it's just a good reminder because Battle Slam was such a good show. Also, last week my girlfriend was here, and she came from another state, so I wanted to just sort of take some time to kind of just, show, hey, I'm a good boyfriend. I'm a good boyfriend. I can hang out with you. I can put everything to the side so we can hang out, and we did. We were watching the man who fell to Earth, and look, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is definitely the TV series that got me wanting to research and learn about quantum physics all over again, because that is dope. It is super, super dope. It's just like, without spoiling anything, quantum physics, the universe, and jazz. Take with that what you will. So yeah, there's that. But it's like, at the end of the day, it also made me realize, like, math, like music is just math that's like, kind of done creatively. Music is just creative math. Everything has a beat, everything has a rhythm, and everything has, in math, I think they're what called intervals or something, or like patterns or probability. In and like in life, human beings are always looking for a pattern. Human beings are always looking for, you know, things that repeat, so they can sort of like, that's how we discovered time. You know what I mean? One day you look up at the sky, and then, you look up at the sky and there's a big yellow thing there, and then you look again and it's black. It's just like, at some point, human beings have trying to find patterns and order throughout all the chaos. And if you really think about it, music can technically be the thing that connects us to the universe. Because what if the universe just has repeating stuff, but the stuff just takes longer because everything is farther away? I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know that that's a good show, man. It's a good show. It really, like, I've never seen such a great use of the color brown before. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful series. The plot's wild, and music, man, I tell you. Moving along. Like I said, Pride Month, as I've said before. First off, I'm an ally. I consider myself to be straight, but I grew up basically being told to despise the LGBT community because I'm a black dude, and these people will ultimately try to, convert me to their ways, and that's stupid. So, finding out that wasn't, when I found out that wasn't the actual case, then I started asking questions like, why, if that isn't the actual case, why are we still pushing that agenda? And it's like, well, that is the actual case, because they're trying to, did they convert you? It's like, no, I'm heterosexual. I like women. But it's like, well, if you're treating them like people, then that means you like men's too. And it's like, really? I mean, I like dogs. Does that mean I'm a dog now? It's like, I treat, I like to treat the universe with respect. Does that mean that I'm a universal being now? Like, how does that work exactly? Like, why does that only work with LGBTQ community? If you treat them like people, then you're part of them people. But it's like, if I have a friend that's a millionaire, that's not going to make me a millionaire. It's so weird how that only works on that specific concept. Like, if I'm best friends with a white dude, that won't not make me a white dude. Although some people will be like, "Oh, he's trying to be white," which is how does that even work? Bullies are weird. Bullies have managed to turn everything into an insult, into a way of thinking. Bullies have managed to manipulate simple words to make it so that something good is something bad. I just recently learned what the word liberal actually means. Like, liberate, free. You know what I mean? And like, I one time said, hey, I don't like racism. And somebody said, shut up, liberal. I thought everybody hated racism. What? Bullies out here saying, oh, you're sensitive, you're emotional. Because apparently being sensitive and emotional is a sign of weakness. Because you're supposed to be robotic and you're supposed to be robotic and not have a brain. Like, if somebody pricks you with a needle, you're supposed to not wince at the pain. I don't know. People are weird, man. Oh, this person, he actually can feel things. This person is reactive. I'm convinced that the phrase sensitive is just code for you're speaking out against me abusing you, and I don't like it. Let me abuse you. It's like, no. Like, how is it an act of strength to let somebody treat you badly and just not do anything about it? Like, what is that? Speaking up for yourself is weakness now? Call me weak, because I will speak up for myself. Shoot. I mean, I might lose a fight, but I know I didn't start it. I'm just defending myself at the end of the day. Oh, what else is there? Oh, man. My job is punishing me. I feel like my job is like actively sabotaging me a little bit, because At first, like I said, I'm doing a job. It's like, at first it was me and help. It was me and the person who helps me. You know what I'm saying? Because the job that I do is required for two people. So, while I'm, but it's like for a few couple of days or so, it's been just me doing a job of like 2 or 3 people on my own. So it's like, now I'm convinced that these people are like openly trying to sabotage me, for the sake of, throwing me under the bus if things go wrong. So I'm a little paranoid, but I know that they won't fire me because I'm A, on time all the time. B, I do my job without complaint. It's like, I'm too good of a worker for them to want to fire me, but I feel like they're sabotaging me so that I can flip out and make myself get fired. And it's like, nope. I've been abused since I was like 12. You can't make me flip out in a place that gives me money. You're not going to give me money and then be like, yeah, but we want you to act crazy so we can stop giving you money. It's like, nah, I'm good. Go ahead. I need this money. Does that make me hard or sensitive? What else is there? I do want to talk about the WWE Scandal, but I'm going to probably do that on my other channel because WWE Scandal doesn't really matter to me. I don't care enough about what goes on backstage to care about like what's happening like at the forefront of stuff. Like I only care about what goes on in the ring. That's it. All that other stuff. Like somebody was, I think the biggest issue right now is MVP versus Chris Jericho. And that was the whole thing. And I'm like, unless MVP is going to AEW or Chris Jericho is going to WWE and they hash it out that way, I don't care. You can have your little internet beef, whatever. Just like do something for the wrestling. Make me care about this. It's like, oh, you don't care about this? Of course not. I mean, it's a wrestling thing. The only way I'm going to care is unless they get in the ring and hash it out. And MVP at AEW would actually be kind of fun to watch, honestly. At some point, I got to talk about Battle Slam. But like I said, all my wrestling stuff is going into my wrestling YouTube. But this is a long video. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. Y'all have a good one. Love, peace, and safety to everyone out there. And we'll talk again eventually. Also, just be good to each other. Why? Like, being a bully is just... like, not only is it just destructive to humanity, but also it's just basic now. Everybody wants to be a bully. Be cool. Be different. Be nice.